I was just getting up, I think, or I was getting dressed to go to work when we received a phone call from my sister from Texas, who immediately, almost in shock and in horror, asked us to turn on the television. And as we turned on the television, we were able to see that second plane come and hit the second of the towers. And it was an unbelievable feeling. I wasn't sure what was happening. I wasn't sure if it was an accident, but then I would ask myself, how can two planes have the same accident? What's going on? And of course, the farthest thing from our minds and from my mind was that we were under attack. So lots of questions went up. When they started talking terrorism, I think I was horrified. I was horrified, I was petrified. I could just watch the explosions shown over and over again, and then finally see the two towers completely collapse, and to think of how many people were trapped or maybe killed. We're about to commemorate, we're about to remember the 10th year anniversary of what took place in New York one Tuesday morning, I believe, on September 11, 2001. And I think it's extremely important for us to focus a little bit on that day. I believe if we forget to remember, we'll forget what took place. The question that I think is important as we commemorate and remember 10 years later is, what have we learned? What have we learned? What have I learned from that day's experience? And one of the first things that come to my mind that I learned is how fragile life really is. I think of these people that went to work in the morning, that kissed their wives and maybe kissed their children, or got on a plane to go home or to go on a business trip, and the farthest things from their minds what was going to happen that day. I learned how security outside of Christ is not much, it doesn't have much to offer us. Security based on politics, security based on man willingness or ability to do things, is really very little security. I learned about courage. I learned about the courage when I heard the stories of those in Flight 93. I learned of their courage in attempting to stop this plane from completing terrorist attempts. I learned of the courage of the firemen. I learned the fact that freedom is costly. I learned to love our relatives and to love our people and to love our wives and our children every day as if it was our last day. I learned to enjoy every day, to seek God every day, to be at peace within myself, to be at peace with my God, and to be at peace with others. Because we don't know where things go and how things may end in that day. I learned to trust God in all areas of my life every day.